Good morning and welcome to the Red Mic. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. I know I did. Uh, the alarm clock was not my friend this morning, though. Let's be honest. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: uh, maximizing your job search. Maybe tweak your ideas, tweak your understanding, because everything changes, everything adapts, everything moves into a new area. There's going to be an evolution for all of this. So, used to be that job referrals were king. You know, if you had somebody on the inside who could vouch for you, sometimes that'd be 70, 80, 90% of getting you to the finish line. Increasingly, more and more surveys are showing that, yeah, referrals can help, but they're, companies are prioritizing a whole lot of different things. So expand your network. You can't always just rely on the one or two people to help you get your foot in the door. Um, and by expanding your network, I don't just mean people, also expand your experiences, expand your knowledge base, um, work on tweaking all of those things. Another thing to think of, unfortunately, get ready to wait. Um, Gartner and SHRM are both reporting that because it is a tighter job market, hiring times are taking a lot longer. Um, there's a lot of people out there looking, so most employers are being more selective. They're taking a lot longer to fill these positions. Um, they may have some downward pressures as far as their budget is concerned as well. Maybe they're doing everything they can to prevent layoffs in the future, so they're being extra prudent when it comes to filling those holes in their budget. The real key to all of these job searches is your skills and experience. Recent article in Harvard Business Review said that industry knowledge, more than anything else, is going to be king. Tweak your resume to whatever degree you feel comfortable. Some people will say rewrite it completely for every job posting. I don't know if that's necessarily what you need to do. Chances are, if you're applying for a job that's in your wheelhouse anyway, you're going to have a lot of the keywords that are in their job posting already in your resume in some way, shape, or form. Um, Possible exception to that could be state or other government jobs. Um, my advice on state jobs is when you're filling out that state application, if that job posting says one particular word, make sure that word is in there. Um, a lot of folks in state HR are going to be very, very demanding that the people who move on to interviews and whatnot, well, they checked every box. So I know that can be frustrating. You can see it as perhaps a little bit short sighted, um, or a little less than. Anyway, sorry for the pause. It's definitely a Monday. You would think that there would be a little bit more intuitive work on these applications where they would say, well, you know that word means that I did this. Well, they might know it, but in a game of inches, they're going to opt for the person who used that actual word. I don't agree with it. I think when you're evaluating resumes and applications, you should be open-minded and try to intuit what they're actually saying, but you got to get past that gatekeeper. So try to tailor it to the actual words that are being used. Cover letters might not be a deal breaker anymore. Increasingly, HR folks are saying that unless it comes down to, coin flip on trying to figure out who's going to get that that job interview, they may not even look at a cover letter. And yeah, a lot of these automated application systems require you to upload a cover letter. I'm not saying phone it in, but the application and your resume are going to be the big things. So focus most of your attention there rather than the cover letter. Now, back to applications. A lot of entities are using applicant tracking systems. ATS systems is what they call them. That doesn't mean you need to just try to get all of the code words, all the keywords into your application. But again, try to use as many of them as you can without, resorting to the the white text trick. That's not going to fool anybody. Don't feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to put all the keywords in the application, but I'm going to put them in white text and I'm going to embed them somewhere so they can't see it. Most ATS systems, most AI guided systems are going to sniff that out. So don't try to be sneaky. Don't be covert, be overt. Definitely put the words that you want in there. But if you're just trying to pad it up with extra words, just don't. Speaking of AI, a lot of companies are using it to streamline their processes. And because of that, AI-generated resumes can really flood the market. So maybe use it for your first draft, but then rewrite it. Put that human touch into your application, into your resume. Your human touch, your personality, that's what's going to shine through at the end. And that's hopefully going to get you over the hump and get you into that interview. Finally, leverage LinkedIn. LinkedIn, build a strong profile. Don't rely completely on it, but use it to build your network, build your relationships. Give everybody a static page to go to and say, what makes this guy tick? Who is he? What's his background? What's he interested in the workplace? What are some of his skills? A good LinkedIn profile can be very helpful as well, particularly if it comes down between you and another applicant or two, and they're trying to figure out, okay, who do we interview? The job search is a marathon, but you know what to do. Implement these things. Hopefully it'll get you over that hump. You'll get into that interview, and eventually you'll be signing the paperwork to start that new job. And if you've been laid off, please know there are a lot of folks out there just like you. And unfortunately, the job search can be very clinical. It can be very faceless. It can feel like it's completely, geared against you. It's not. It's not personal. I hate to say this, but it's not personal. It's just business. These companies and these entities are doing their best to try to get the right fit for the right job. And sometimes that's going to be you. Sometimes it's not. Don't take it personally. Just move on. Do the best you can. That's today's Red Mike message. Sorry for the gaps. Sorry for the the brain issues I'm having this morning. I'm just very tired, and unfortunately it showed. I had my bullet points. I was ready to go, but a few hiccups here and there, so I apologize. I'll do better tomorrow, I promise. Hope you'll join me, whether it's here on Facebook or LinkedIn or any of the other channels that I frequent. Would appreciate a like, a follow, and a share. Thank y'all very much for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow, and don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.